What's good, everyone? Welcome back to My First Kicks. This is episode 180. Yeah, you should.
I heard you just didn't know what episode you was on recently.
Yeah. Yes, and it will be fixed. I'm still trying to get that episode to drop.
It don't even matter what episode this is. This is my episode.
Well, I bring to you this one person I've been trying to get on here for a minute, and we're gonna talk about that.
Here we go.
We're gonna talk about that. Jamiersen Green, on to the podcast, man.
Yo, Haas, what's up, my boy?
Yo,
You good?
it's good. We good. We good.
Chilling, bro.
We
well,
here.
thank you for having me. First of all, I know you been.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You started.
Nah. I.
Whenever I say you know it's finna be something that it's about to be a whole
it didn't
spiel,
start
a whole
out
story.
crazy. It didn't start out crazy. I will say I hit up Jamiersen. I was just like, yo, man, you know, been messing with you for a minute. Like, you know, it would be cool if I have you on the podcast. And this was like last year. This is definitely last year.
What did I say?
Nothing.
Oh, that's
The
about right.
The next part, I run into you at the gym. And I go,
yeah, I remember now.
I run into you in the gym and I give you a sticker and I'm just like, yo, man, I hit you up. And I was like, I was also trying not to be weird about it because I don't go to people in the gym. And if you listen to me talk about going to the gym, I'm like, I want nobody talking to me
I
at
be
the
talking
gym.
to everybody in the gym. They probably hate me. I be dapping people up, jumping in on sets. I be talking to every single person in the
Man,
gym.
my gym etiquette is like, leave me alone.
I feel like it's some people like that, and there's some people that's not like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I can tell the people who don't want you to talk to them, but the people who like want you to talk to them.
Yeah, for sure. Or like, cause I don't know. I've talked about this. I talked about this like within my circle, my Discord, and I'm the person that is like, if you pull up to me, it was like, yo, can I jump in? I'm like, nah.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't want to go gym with you no more, bro. It don't be enough machines, and people just be sitting. You probably be.
No, I'm trying to get in and out.
He be sitting there editing the pod, talking about no, you can't jump in, doing 5 sets, 7 sets. Like he adding extra sets, sitting there texting. See, it's people like you that make the gym horrible. Bro, let me get in, bro. We can share. You're not even doing nothing. You about to take a minute and a half break in between this anyway.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
somebody
not
asks
me.
me, they can get in. Yeah, bro, come on, pull up. Like it is. I'm about to take a minute break anyway. You do your set, as long as you're not overly changing the weight.
This is what I 100% agree with you.
And
with
if
that.
you're on the cable machines, all you gotta do is move the little thing, bro.
Doop. Yeah, okay. I understand.
Hey,
The only thing for me, I'm mostly
You a
on.
germaphobe?
No.
What?
For me, it's like I'm trying to just consecutive do the sets. So like you'll be like, all right, I'm doing 5 sets of 10, right? I'm doing 5 sets of 10 with like 10, 15-second rest in between. I'm not, and then I'm out. I'm off.
You need to lift heavier than if you're getting 10-second breaks.
I'm talking about I'm breaking it in.
I'm gonna see you next time we're in the gym together. Hey y'all, I'm gonna come back with a report on if you're lifting heavy because 5 sets of 10 with 10-second breaks in between type crazy, son.
At like 225 chest, yeah, let's go.
All right, I need to see this. Nah, I'll see you in the gym on Monday, bro. Be in Harlem at Blink on 116 Monday at 7:30 a.m. and we gonna see this happen. Okay, my bad. I just went off on a tangent.
No, you good.
Off of the whole story.
And then the second time I saw you, and I was like, Complex Con. I go, yo,
you saw
bro.
me at Complex Con?
Yeah, I saw you at Complex Con.
Oh man. Okay.
I think
it was a lot. It'd be a lot going on.
Yeah. It was either Complex Con or something. And then I was like, I brought it up because it wasn't the leaders event at Extra Butter. We was already connected before that. So it was like, I think I said what up to you. And then I was like, yo, man, I messaged you. I remember I gave you the sticker and you were like, yo, I just don't be knowing, man. You know, sometimes I'll just be spacing out. And I'm like, yeah.
That sounds accurate. That sounds like a very accurate. There was a lot going on last year too, though, in my life in general. So it was a lot of like, I didn't talk last year.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to do my thing.
Right,
and
right.
I wasn't really, my head. Oh, okay. I wasn't talking last year, but yeah, I mean, bro, patience and persistence, bro.
Persistence, yeah.
You know, you came to the Avia event. Leader of
No,
you
I
didn't come
didn't
to
get the
Leader of
invite.
Avia. You just came.
I didn't even know it was happening. I saw the pictures after.
That one definitely was an invite list event for sure.
Because I remember seeing like people I mess with and then being like,
yeah, it was.
that was nobody gave me at least a word.
That definitely was an RSVP only.
But I still was shout out to Jimmy Fetty for letting me, helping me cop the shoes. So I copped the shoes.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
And then you came to the last 2 events, the Extra Butter
and Sweet Chick.
Hardware and then a Sweet Chick one. And then you asked me again at the hardware, and I was like, yo, what's gonna happen? And then you asked me again, and then you and Jordan did it. And I was like, all right, it's time for you to do it.
It was Jordan. It was Jordan.
No, it wasn't Jordan. It was just I just felt like it was time to do it.
Well, I appreciate you,
look,
man. I appreciate you.
Can I tell you the reason why I probably didn't do it?
Why?
Because I feel like I had did some talks and some stuff, and bro, I hate, and I'm not putting pressure on you as an interviewer and moderator today, is I hate saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I model myself, but I look at like Kendrick and Cole and like, bro, they go away and they come back with something to say. Right. It's like, I'm talking about music now. So like Drake, he's always putting something out, and then it's kind of like, okay, you're kind of saying the same things over and over again. Yeah. Like I like to live life, experience some things, go through some things, have some new inspirations and things I can come on and talk about, rather than doing like, okay, podcast, panel, podcast. Like, bro, and I get it because it's like I'm reaching another crowd of people or maybe another audience, but it's also like, bro, I'm tired of like recycling the same stories over and over again. And I say that because I'm not hater, but it's like, yo, like it's like Jeff Staple in The Pigeon. Like he does so many other things, but he always tells the pigeon story. Like, yo, we've heard this story 10,000 times. So I try to like not be that person that's telling the same exact stories.
Right, yeah. And I mean, we know, if you've been on the Sneakers app, we know your first kick story, you know.
Oh, yeah. Do you?
I mean, isn't it the ones? The Royal
No,
ones?
that's not my first ever pair of Jordans.
Oh, so then I guess we do got that.
That's not my first ever pair of Jordans. I'm about to eat this I'm eating this protein bar while we're here. Hey, also, if you didn't watch the Sneaky Link podcast, I'll be doing whatever.
Yeah, for sure. That's fine. What I'm going to tell you, no? All right, man, let's wrap it up.
Maybe. I got the worst podcast etiquette on the history of the planet, bro. So,
no, I mean, that episode was wild, too, because you was...
Oh, I asked them to give me a bottle of wine because they want me to come late. All right, bro, give me a bottle of wine.
I was about to be like, should I hook you up with something? And then it was
I'm good right now. I'm good right now. I did a protein bar. Health is wealth, bro. That day, it was a weekend. I was like, today is Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
I mean, no, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is all the libation I need.
All right, so I mean, we gotta ask you. I gotta start off with the question that I ask everybody each week, and that question is, what's your first kicks? What's that first pair of sneakers you absolutely needed to have?
As an adult or as a kid?
However you I always say
I can give you my first pair of sneakers that I remember.
What's the story you haven't told yet?
Well, I got a few pair.
Okay.
Hold up. Let me finish chewing my Are you gonna edit this?
Nope. We're keeping this all in. Dead air is good. Good air.
Make sure you tag Essentia so we can get a sponsorship.
Yeah, and
I need an Essentia plug. I don't know if y'all giving out money, but we doing events.
Either that or tag Liquid Death for your boy. I'm down for a Liquid Death.
But we got Essentia on this episode. You can't tag Liquid Death.
We can
you should have got Liquid Death and put it on here, so then we could have.
Nah, Liquid Death. It likes to be against the grain. Hook your boy up. We will mark. We will edit. I will go into After Effects and edit this to add a Liquid Death logo.
We'll put y'all logo in the corner. I got some stuff too. We got events. We'll put.
There you go.
All right. Hydrated. Got a little piece of protein bar in my system. So my first pair of shoes I can remember getting was the Jordan 14 cherry red ones. It's 1997, 98. Because the Black Last Shots was the one that he wore that season.
Yeah.
Before he retired. I remember going to Foot Action in the Genesee Valley Mall in Flint, Michigan, and seeing them and begging my mom and my dad to buy them for me. Like, yo, I want these. Like, these Michael Jordans. Like, these are the ones he be wearing, da-da-da. Actually, I think those might have came out in 98, 99, after Last Shots.
I'm trying to think.
Let me look it up.
You want to look it up?
Yep. I need to be historically accurate.
Historically accurate?
Because I know they're going to be like, oh, he on sneakers. He don't know what he's talking about. Da-da-da-da-da. I think it might have been 90. Let me see. Jordan, Cherry Red Jordan XIV. What year did they released?
I feel like it wasn't the. Weren't they like nicknamed the Rising Suns or something like that?
No. They Cherry Red. Candy cane
for sure.
Okay, Air Jordan 14 is 98, 99.
Okay.
They came out in 98 because he hit the shot in 98. That's when he wore their last shots. But the rest of the 14s came out between 98 and 99. So all the Laneys, all the other colorways that we got that came out that year, just in XYZ. Okay, now, so I got those. And I remember getting them, putting them on, tying them up, wearing them out the store.
Yeah.
Like, I've been bringing that back
Keep
too.
the
like,
box?
I was
Did your mom have a thing of like no boxes?
She didn't know about no sneakers.
I know, but I was just saying because my mom was always like,
they wasn't sneakerheads. They didn't know about no sneakers.
My mom was always like, we don't need the box, and I'll be like,
probably didn't have the box. Probably didn't. But yeah, so I wore them out the store, ran out the store. First thing I did was like go home and get in the driveway and like start doing crossovers and reenacting like you Michael Jordan. So like, my mom was like, yo, you can't wear these because these are your good shoes. So if you want to go outside and play, you got to play in your
play
shoes or whatever. So I remember sneaking them out of the house to take them to school for show and tell.
Oof.
Like I took them to school for show and tell, and I put them on, and I went outside for recess. It started raining.
Oh my God.
I'm literally like 8, 9 years old at the point. So I'm like, oh, my mom gonna kill me because she told me. I snuck them. I snuck these. Jordan's probably $100 flat back then or something like that. That's still a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s, I'm showing my age, but in the 90s, that's a lot of money. So I remember putting plastic bags around my shoes so I wouldn't get them messed up. Like I had the teacher like went inside to get plastic bags like for my shoes and put them around my shoes and I could like sneak them back. And I mean, of course, she found out I was 9 years old. So no way I'm about to hide that I wore these shoes to my mom. I didn't beat them up. Yeah, but I definitely was like trying to clean them, and she was like, "I told you not to take those shoes to the thing. Them your good shoes. You can only wear them. X Y Z." Hey, I wish I got a photo in them. I'll try to send them to you.
Oh yeah,
I got a photo of them that year. We used to have this. Basically, in Michigan, we have this thing called Canusa, which is Olympics between us and a sister city in Canada. So it's like Flint, Michigan versus Hamilton, Ontario, and every year they do like an Olympics. So it's basically Olympics between two cities. So I got a picture of me set tripping with Adidas shirt on, Adidas shorts. It's the 90s where I'm 8. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Like this with like the 14s on. I got it somewhere. I'm gonna find it. It's in my phone somewhere.
That's crazy.
I got to go back.
Were you able to play in those? Like, did you ever sign up to get in these Olympics?
I did, but I didn't go for basketball. I did karate in the
karate.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee for a real long time.
Damn.
Like I really wanted to be a martial artist probably until like 9th grade.
Was it like Enter the Dragon that got you in, or like not Enter the Dragon?
No, me and my cousin Jordan used to watch all the Jackie Chan movies, like Half Loaf of Kung Fu, like all of those joints. So like, and then I loved like Three Ninjas and
Three Ninjas by
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Three Ninjas by
and
Rocky.
You know what I'm saying?
Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
So like for me, like also I feel like in the 90s, if you were a 90s kid, it was like breakdancing,
right?
Karate.
And
I mean, you liked basketball. It was like, but like as a kid, it's like breakdancing and karate because it's Power Ranger heavy, and Zach on Power Rangers is breakdancing with a bad haircut. Like those are all the things. But I did
doing the hip hop karate.
You know what I'm saying? For real, everybody doing flips and stuff like that. So like, yeah, I got to play. I did karate. I was actually 15 when I went, and I was in the 17-year-old division and still took silver. Damn. Looking back, I wish I would have stayed in it, but I was getting in high school like, oh, karate not cool no more. I need a hoop. So I started like taking basketball more serious and trying to like be a hooper. So, but
did that help with your defense? Because I mean, I don't know if do you watch anime?
I do watch anime.
You watch Kuroko no Basuke?
Yes, I am on the episode. Who did they just beat? Purple hair dude.
Oh, I forgot that. I don't know
him and his man. They not brothers no more.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
I forgot Kagami's. I forgot their names. All these Japanese names be freaking me out. I went to Japan and I still can't say half of these Japanese names. We can talk about Japan, but later too.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I watch Kuroko no Basuke.
And well, there's one. It's them. I think it's that anime because it could be Slam Dunk too. But there's one where there's like the whole judo team. Because it's not one specific guy. Yeah. It's the whole, it's like one team and they all were judo players. So they were like, their defense is impregnable. You can't get through. And they're like, it could have been Slam Dunk. It might be Slam Dunk. It might be Slam Dunk.
Because Kuroko no Basuke is all about like the generation of miracles. Yeah. And there's one guy on like each team that's from this thing and they all like battling. Yo, that is hard though. I gotta finish it, but it's definitely a great series.
I love that anime. Welcome to my first anime.
Yeah, bro. Welcome to my first anime. Everybody's first anime is probably Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
30 years old. Like it's Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, I remember sneaking the tape, not sneaking the tapes, finding the tapes. You'd have to like, because this now I'm showing my age.
Yo.
You'd have to like, if you were lucky like me, because I grew up in Corona, Queens, and the deli, the bodega that was on the corner would get like the one-off VHSs.
Wow.
And I would be like, we got to go to the corner and get it. Like that's the first time I ever copped the Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
Wow. Yo, wow.
Bro. Crazy.
VHS, yeah, we old, y'all.
Don't talk to us about Betamax.
Y'all can guess how FYE. Having to go there and buy like the stuff, bro. The tapes. Bro, I used to have all the Dragon Ball Z like season tapes, all of that, bro.
And then 100%.
And
then the side lined up to the each was the Dragon Ball, and it turns into the dragon.
Bro,
they need to because like
it's nothing's physical no more. So
no, I know, but we could do that with sneaker boxes because they did that with the Adidas jump off.
Oh yeah, we could.
But all the Adidas, I mean, I'm sorry, but I was not a fan of any of those shoes. But like when you stack if you like, who's gonna buy all like $150 sneakers just so you can stack them up so that you can have that side feet? Like
that's so much money.
So did hooping like make you like fall in love with basketball? Like hooping make you fall in love with basketball shoes? Was that the correlation?
No, I think I fell in love when I had the Jordan 14s. But also as a kid, like 90s shoes was going crazy. I had a pair of Grant Hill Filas. I got photos of me and my sister and my mom like rocking the Grant Hill Filas.
Damn,
like,
all three of you?
No, just me and my sister. My mom was chilling. So I got a picture. I'll send you some of the stuff. Maybe you can use it in the clips or whatever when I find them. But I got definitely photos of the Grant Hill Filas. And one was really huge back then when everybody wanted to be hot sauce and everybody. So like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like was a crazy thing.
Your peoples wanted to be hot sauce?
Heck yeah, we want to be hot sauce. Everybody want to be hot sauce.
Listen, I ended up becoming cool with Headache. So I was like,
you want to be Headache?
Yeah,
okay.
I wanted to be Headache.
Well, AO was hard too though.
AO was very fire.
Yeah,
AO was fire. And then, I mean, Skip to My Lou was the only one that made it to the league.
Facts. I mean, but he also played in college, had a polished game.
Yeah.
Outside of that street ball too. A lot of them were just straight street ball, no college. So like,
but it was always funny when you watch him play ball, and then he's like, he'll do the skip, and then get called for a travel.
Come on, they was hating on Skip though. Yeah. They was hating on him. That's not, bro. Just doing that's not travel if you skipping like, you know, like whatever. They can have it. But yeah, and one was huge back then, bro. The Tai Chis, the slip on and ones. I remember I had blue, black, red, all pairs of the slip on and one shoes.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I've always had an affinity for like sneakers since being young. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like once you kind of get, you know, Air Force. I mean, my parents wasn't buying all of the shoes that I wanted. They're like, "Well, we're not buying you 100 pair of shoes." Like, 100. You know, you in the beginning of school year, you gonna get your white pair, your black pair, and you get one color, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe if the money looking right, the money looking right for back to school, like you might get a color pair, but you getting a white pair and a black pair off top, and you're not getting a white pair of Forces. At least in my house, you're not getting a white pair of Forces and a black pair of Forces. You might mess around and get some Forces like a holiday or something when a little bit more money come, but like, yo, we was on 2 for $89. Like, you're getting Puma Romas and Reebok Classics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're getting Fila. Remember, like, when Fila was kind of popping still a little bit, like, you getting Fila, 2 pair of Filas or 2 pair, like, you wasn't getting, my parents wasn't buying me top tier shoes, bro. They wasn't buying me Jordans.
I was in Payless for like years, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's when Payless was actually selling like Converse and stuff, which I bring up and people were like, I don't remember that. I'm like,
I do.
That shit is like, I guess we're about the same age, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I'm 33.
Well, no, I'm older than 36.
Okay, I mean, it's the same age. That's not that much.
We around.
That's not that much of a difference, bro. Hey, y'all, I'm 33, but everybody think I'm like, yo, you like 27?
Yeah,
like,
I made a video and this is when I was trying TikTok out for real. And I was just like, all right, whatever. So then somebody was just like commenting just like, you know, it sounds like you know more than what you look like you know. Like, and I was just like, how old do you think I am? And then they were like, oh, I think you're like, 25. I was like, 25? I wish.
Black don't crack, baby. But yeah, that's what really got me, I mean, just over time, continued development of that, going from there, then finally like getting my first job at a grocery store bagging groceries where I can start buying my own shoes. This was also the time when like fake Jordans was out. So this was like early 2000s. So I definitely bought a pair of fake Jordan 4s. They were like white with yellow lightning, and they were black. And like I didn't know they were fake. At this time, you kind of
see the colors. You'd like,
but
yo.
also, bro, at 15, 16, like this is when before like fakes was fakes was acceptable back then.
Yes, for sure.
It was a thing.
Yeah,
it was a thing. Like people were trying to get as many different hype styles of fake shoes that they could, bro.
Yeah.
And they were in Flint. They were selling them at the corner store, gas station, barbershop. Like, boy, I'm getting a fade and getting a pair of
Gucci Air Force Ones,
bro. Gucci Air see-through. No, see-through. I got a pair of see-through baby blue see-through Air Force Ones from the barbershop after getting a fade.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And Madden. And I got Madden 04 with Mike Vick on the cover. I remember the day. I don't even know how he got Madden. He definitely got somebody backdooring from UPS or something. I don't know how I got Madden and a pair of fake see-through forces and a haircut in the same day. That was the best day of my life.
You bought it from the people coming in, or was it like
no? He had it. He was cutting hair, and right where the barber thing was, son, he had Madden, and then he had like the 4 pair of shoes that he had, and my dad was like, yo, you want Madden and a pair? I'll get you Madden and a pair of shoes. You got good grades. Heck yeah, I want Madden and a pair of shoes. So he went to the back and got the pair of shoes and came back out with them. And I left with a haircut, Madden, and a pair of shoes.
That's crazy. That's a 3-for-1 steal, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
Best day of my life. I don't care if the shoes was fake or not, bro. But that was definitely back when fakes was just rampant, and it was like, I mean, I didn't know they were fakes for a long time until I really
gonna ask that you go to school with them and somebody say something.
But everybody was wearing fakes in school then. Everybody, I mean, at least in Michigan, I'm not sure what it was like in New York, but in Michigan, everybody was wearing fakes in school. Nobody was wearing. Some people were having real J's, but everybody was wearing fakes in school, bro. Everybody had fake Bapes, fake this, fake that.
Yeah,
like, everybody had it, bro.
When Bapes was popping, I was just like, it's crazy. I was just like, where are you getting these from?
Right, but also I get it now. I mean, I guess in a sense, I'm probably getting off topic for what we're talking about, but like, I feel like now we got reps and stuff like that, and it's basically the same thing reincarnated in another way now.
It's just funny because like, if you were on, I mean, I mentioned this on here a lot. It's like just the sneaker forum days, like the term rep or like UAs and stuff like that was all just to justify you getting like B grades and like everybody was, there's always another term for it until we got to an actual like, oh, this is made not by Nike,
right,
or not by Adidas or not by whatever. And now you're just like, yeah, man, they're fake. Like,
but you want to know the difference between now and then? The reason why I think it was so acceptable back then is because the fakes were so egregious.
Yeah.
You like buying Dub Zero Jordans with SpongeBob.
On this, everybody brings that shit up.
For real, you buying Dub Zero with SpongeBob. You buying Scarface Air Force Ones with his face on the side. You know what I'm saying?
God, I remember those, yo.
But the crazy part is like, you don't realize that. I honestly feel like Nike and Jordan got inspired by that, and that's where we got all these crazy lifestyle colors and things, because that was happening. They were selling basic and regular colors, but the fake market was starting to sell these outrageous, crazy colors that you couldn't get anywhere else, and styles, and you got SpongeBob and you got Rugrats. I mean, like, think about it. Nobody was doing that back then. Now they're collabing SpongeBob. Now they're collabing Rugrats. Now they're collabing all these different kind of things. But bro, that really started back in that fake era. It may not have been done well and look crazy, but the hood really, really fuels all of this, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Like, but now I think the issue is like, people are buying reps of shoes that are already out, and that's the hard part. It's like, and it's, I mean, no offense to people who do it, was like, yo, you want to be down, so you want to buy fakes.
Right.
I mean, reps of shoes that are already out, rather than just go buy something else, bro. Like that's what I
don't
get
say. There's gonna be another shoe that comes out.
Yeah, I don't get every fire shoe that comes. I'm not personally about to go buy no reps just so I can act like I got the shoe. I can see a rep from a mile away
for sure. You see, like I was in Atlantic City recently, and I saw some dude pulled up with the fragment Travis Scott. So I was just like,
You saw him off top. Sometimes they be too shiny, or the toe box be
little
like it be a lot going on with the reps, man. And my thing is like, I get it, and I know homies that buy reps and stuff, but I'm just kind of like, I don't really need it that bad to be wearing reps, bro.
Or even it's like, why are you making something that you are thinking that's supposed to be super well sought out after?
Right.
Why are you trying to make it easier for you without the actual journey. Now you're taking you're taking the journey away from you. Like you could have a story and that could go to where you'd be like, yeah, I sold 4 pairs of sneakers to finally get the sneaker that I really want.
100%.
Like, and instead you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna cop it off of the guy on WhatsApp and be like, I'm good.
Sorry, somebody trying to buy me some food.
It's all good.
Hey, y'all, we about to take a quick lunch break to get some food.
But I did have a question
keep going.
about like growing up in Michigan, in Flint, Michigan. Like, what is the sneaker culture, or what was the sneaker culture for you up there? While growing up,
I mean, growing up, retros. I mean, they weren't even retros. They were kind of retros. Yeah, they were retros. Yeah, when I got in high school, they were retro. It was stuff was retroing at that point. Retros, Air Force Ones. You know, basically that was the whole thing. White Air Force Ones, linen Air Force Ones that was coming out back then. XYZ, whatever color Air Forces that was coming out, and then whatever retros.
Big force town.
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, Michigan is basically the South except in the Midwest. It's that just the migration of everybody from the South that went north to get jobs. So basically, everybody there is from Mississippi, Georgia, like Alabama. Like my entire family's from Alabama and Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? They just migrated to Michigan. So like it's the same kind of feel except more Midwestern. Like it's some different values, something different than the South. But like Air Force Ones and J's is basically how it was growing up. And if you didn't have money for that, you like I said, 2 for $89s is what you rocking with.
Was there like a big store or is it just regular stores? Did you have like a mom and pop you were like pulling up to?
In Flint, well, I'm from Flint, so Flint is an hour from Detroit. So Flint is it's a town. I mean, it's not a town. It's 100,000 people when I was growing up. Like that's not that big. You know, that's a town compared to a New York or Detroit. So in Flint, we just had chain stores: Foot Locker, Foot Action, Finish Line. Those kind of stores. So we didn't have like what y'all had here, like West NYC, Goliath, like Dave Quality Meats. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have the plethora of all these stores, and that also didn't really pop off until I got older. Burn Rubber didn't come around until I was probably end of high school, college. So like that wasn't even a thing when I was in high school, and within that, Burn Rubber is still probably the only legitimate like sneaker boutique that I can think of off the top of my head. You got Revive. Revive is in Birmingham, but I feel like they are more vintage and not resale. And then you had Motivation in Ann Arbor, but I don't really think they had Jordan accounts and things like that. So like, Burn Rubber, Rick and Roll were like the only place you would go to get that. Yeah. To get that. So like the sneaker culture there, it's not New York. Let's put it that way. Like when I go home, and no offense to all my homies at home, like, bro, they're a few years behind. Like I wear Solomons and they be like, yo, what's that? Ain't nobody wearing Solomons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I go home.
You're in the future over there.
I'm in the future. But when I come back and I put on my clothes, they be like, oh, we can tell you live in New York. Like I'm coming with a whole different kind of look and feel, and my hair is crazy, and I got Solomons on, or I got some crazy, I'm wearing Hokas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm wearing stuff where people just kind of like, bro, we don't even know what that is. Like it's retros and Air Force One still listening to Young Jeezy the Recession in the club. You know what I'm saying? But I love home. I'm not saying that to dump on home. It's like, it's just kind of behind in a sense of sneakers and fashion and things like that. And it's just very specific. Like people in there, I'm not gonna say hood culture. It's kind of hood culture. Like people there are more so worried about trying to wear designer. Yeah. Like they're trying to look like the Detroit rappers or the Flint rappers, like Chains. We trying to wear Gucci. We trying to wear Louboutins. We trying to wear Louis Vuitton. You know, it's like that's kind of like what everybody there is on more so. If you're not in like direct sneaker and streetwear culture, that's kind of what it's like.
That's interesting because like it is removed, but it's also it is like I wanted to ask like, did you make what was like your first trek to Burn Rubber? Did you ever make the first trek like that?
Oh man, my first trek to Burn Rubber was crazy. Heck yeah, I'm real cool with Rick and Ro, both of the owners. Rick is basically family. Like when I go home, me and Rick are like this. Like that's. And me and Ro still cool too. Like I see Ro in this love. I talk to Rick more than I talk to Ro, but it's all love. They were like, in a sense, like my first mentors, like first silent mentor to people that I could go down to. So basically the funny story about me like gaining that relationship with Burnt Rubber is I used to have a brand called West Side Society. This was way before a leader, like trying to like figure it out and learn for myself. So I did this baseball collection. So bro, I was sending So I had a mascot that was like a paper bag.
Uh-huh.
I was sending these people just like I was sending blank paper bags to their store. I sent like 3-4 blank paper bags to their store.
Just straight, just like
straight blank paper bags.
Nothing in it. It was just
nothing in it.
Yeah.
On purpose though.
Uh-huh.
It was because I was just trying to be so then I finally like dropped the stuff and I sent like the pack of what it was like a baseball card, a whole bunch of things, XYZ, da. And then I didn't hit him up or nothing. I just drove down there one day. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, like me and my brothers, I'm like, yo, okay, Steph, Levante, like, let's just drive down and let's just see. So we just drove down to Burn Rubber and they happened to be there that day. Like Rick and Ro happened to be there and we popped in and I introduced myself and said, what up? He was like, man, we thought you was trying to blow up the store. Somebody sending us blank paper bags with a face on them. We had no idea what was going on. So then it was just kind of like a cool intro to that. And they kind of just chopped it up with us about like the culture and like branding and stuff like that. And then it's crazy how God worked and how things work and how that like kind of catapulted me to where I'm in now. Because honestly, how many black store owners can you name right now that own streetwear stores that are prominent streetwear stores throughout the nation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Corporate, you got
and I was gonna say Whitaker Group.
But I'm like, they wasn't even around then.
Yeah.
Like James wasn't. I mean, he probably was like, but not on the level he is now. I'm saying like, yo, it wasn't many black store owners, black big black brands or anything back then. There were some, but like you had like the Rockwares and that world, but in like sneakers and streetwear, I really feel like Rick and Roll were the ones who really like were putting on for like black men and African Americans in the culture. Like to me, and maybe that's just my limited Midwest view. I mean, you had like Rosemary who owned Goliath out here. I'm not sure how many other black owned shops were around here at the time. I'm trying to think like how many around here. But like, bro, we at this point we still don't own that many of the stores. If you look at the powerhouse store that people are always talking about or going to, XYZ, you got and unfortunately, Burn Rubber not even really like that no more. You know what I'm saying? No offense to my people, but like it's not as prominent as it was where it's like, oh my God, we're talking about Burn Rubber every.
I was trying to think
XYZ,
of their
XYZ.
last collaboration.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Because I do remember then they drop did they drop a AI shoe? Well, they dropped the Reebok shoe.
Yeah, they dropped the Reebok. Honestly, people might hate me. I mean, I don't know how wide it's gonna go. Burn Rubber was the first ones to really make New Balance a thing. And no offense to Joe Fresh Goods, because he's doing great, and Salehi. Yeah. Burn Rubber were the first ones, and Rick, them to really be doing New Balance collabs and selling out and doing them at a great rate. They literally to me are the pioneers of black streetwear to me. Yeah. You know,
I agree because like I can't name another. I can't name like, and I love streetwear. I love that. Like this is all birthed from my love for sneaker and streetwear culture, and so yeah, that's why you're hurting my brain because I'm like trying to pick.
But we're the biggest consumers and the biggest buyers of it. Yeah. But we have the least amount of ownership in an industry that relies on us, that relies on our culture, that relies on what we wear and what we do for these companies and people to make money. But I feel like we have the least amount of ownership. I just think it's like resources and stuff. I mean, you got kids, we got trust funds, we got XYZ, and I just think like that's I hope that one day I can be another pillar of like black men along the lines of the James Whitakers, Whitners and the Rick and Rose and I mean Chris Union and like the people like that, like being able to have that, but like
Union, that was the one.
Yeah, Union. But I'm saying like I don't know how we can get there or get back to that or figure it out for us, but I mean it's probably more that I'm missing. We're on a podcast. I'm not about to sit here and list out every single person. There's plenty more. But
you've been around, right? You've done you're doing your brand currently, right? So it's just
how many of us are like how many black streetwear shops or whatever are as big as Kith?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Because like, and then even when you think about how Whitaker Group is moving, it's like trying to catch up to Kith.
It's trying to catch up to it. That's probably the only one that I think can get there to that same ascension level at this specific point. I think there's plenty of great black brands and black designers and people who are doing things in the culture 100% for sure. But like, I'm talking about like pure ownership of like a portion or percentage that the eyes are like on the culture and like they're like putting on for that. Because I mean, we got J Tips, we got Bima, we got Corey Populous, we got a bunch of people that are doing amazing things. But like, I want to see.
Don't forget you.
I mean, I'm not gonna gas myself up. Yeah, I'm getting there.
I had to throw it in there.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm working at it. We gonna get there. I know we are because I can see it happening. But it's just like, I just want to see one of our people get to the level of like a 5. You know what I'm saying?
I get you, and it's like when I mean, I don't know. I feel like I always bring it up.
I mean,
in conversation.
Virgil was there.
Yeah, Virgil transcended.
He transcended. Rest in peace, Virgil. But I mean,
one of my biggest inspirations because he's the one, and I mean, he gets a ton of slack for copying and pasting and all this other shit. But it's like
every great designer steals.
Exactly. And I always say
every single one of them comes from a reference point.
For sure. This inspiration comes in any different type of form. But it's like what I was saying, it was like I watched this Killer Mike's episode of his show that he had on Netflix, and he did a study of like how the black dollar circulates within the black community, and he shows
go through one hand
exactly while everything else is going people of color are always quick to give money to everything else versus trying to keep it within. So a lot of these, but because of that, the things that you want to see grow and that we do kind of complain about why it's not growing, it's because we're not the ones helping it grow. And it's like, how do we do it? We just do it. Like, stop not supporting your people. Stop why are you going to go cop a $40 Supreme tee when you can just cop a Leaders tee instead? Like,
100%. I did that. My boy JD threw, did you go to Streetwear Flea? Streetwear Flea?
Yeah. I remember that's where I
saw you again. So my boy JD threw that, and I'm like, bro, I bought mad homies brands there. Because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna buy a J Tips hat. I'm gonna buy a Bill Chess vest. I'm gonna buy a Western Elders jacket. I'm gonna buy a Gangster by Flower shirt. Like, I'm gonna buy this stuff because, bro, I'm gonna go buy a Stussy shirt tomorrow. And it's like, which is great. I love Stussy, but it's like, I could be putting my money into my brother's pockets who need it, and then people who come support me in the same, like, yo, supporting black business. And I think you should support all business, but like, yo, especially if we're black, we should. And I get it. Everybody's brand of things may not be for another person, which is totally understandable. So you don't want to use your hard-earned money if it's something you're not really trying to rock. But at the same time, like, we definitely can be better at supporting each other's ventures and that. So I'm very thankful for all the people who support me. You know what I'm saying? Over the years and building this and growing this and selling out of stuff and moving stuff and doing things, people show up. Like, I really appreciate it because it's kind of hard to come by,
It's tough. I mean, because I was like, me and my friends were always trying to start a t-shirt company or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the idea. Now I'm printing my own t-shirts. So for this podcast, and it's like daunting. I don't know how you do it like a full entire brand. And like, I don't know. I was always curious about like the inspiration of like, and what makes you keep going on top of that.
I'm insane. When I kind of sat down and I just knocked my contact out. I shouldn't do that. But
you were digging, man.
I know my eye got a little flustered a little bit. I sat down and I was looking at like the past year and then like the year ahead, and I was like, yo, I just think I'm insane.
I mean, your work ethic is crazy, man.
And yeah, it is. I never really just kind of noticed that until I got like sat down and like looked at what I wanted to do for the rest of the year between hosting and leader and what I want to do. Oh, I'm dying. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all.
Breathe, man. Breathe.
I got protein bar stuck in my throat. Pause. Essentia sponsor us or Liquid Death.
Yeah. Give it send us water.
Please. I need to be hydrated. It's just what keeps me going is I feel like bro, I moved here for this.
Right.
Like, I graduated college, I sold every pair of sneakers I had. I sold my car. I had maybe $6,000 in my account after selling all of that. And I moved here and I lived in a daycare that I had to be out of the house the entire day because our house functioned as a daycare, so I can't be there legally. Like, at night I can, but like during that I can't legally be there. So I just came here for this, and that keep me going. It's like, bro, I've had nothing. I'm just saying, like, what keeps you going is the fact that I came here with nothing.
Yeah.
And now to be here where I'm at now, like doing stuff with Nike and Jordan and having events with Extra Butter and having Sweet Chick and God really putting his hands on the fruits of my labor and blessing me is like, that is what keeps me going, because I want to see what else he got.
Yeah.
I want to see what else he got in store. If he's done all these amazing and great things, in my life and through this, and also just through that, being able to help other people and inspire other people and lead other people to him, or just love on other people and give somebody a smile when they come to a Sweet Chick event and have fun, or give somebody a smile when they come to an Extra Butter event, or hear somebody say like, man, you really inspire me. And it's like, those are things that keep me going more so than like, oh, I sold this much stuff, or like I made this amount of money. Like, it's just the fact that I get to kick it with y'all when y'all come to the thing and we get to have a good time. Like how you and Jordan were saying like, yo, I went to the thing and like people remember me from the last one. It's like, yo, that makes me excited. That makes me excited, bro. Like that makes me want to do more things. It's like, yeah, I can make money. Yeah, I can do those things. But like, yo, I just enjoy loving on people and providing safe and good experiences where you can come and have a good time, where it's not pretentious, where you don't have to beat somebody, where you don't have to have 100,000 followers, where you don't have to have a bunch of gold chains, you don't have to always have to have the best shoes. I'm like, that's what leader to me is about. Is like, yo, we family, regardless of socioeconomical status, regardless of who you are, what you do, stature. Like, you can come here and you can have a good time. Like,
I mean, I've never not had a good time.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I do all this stuff. Like, oh, you famous. You like Lil Yachty and you did this with Devin Booker and I'm like, yeah, but I'm just Jamiersen, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just chilling.
Yeah. You've gotten some amazing opportunities. And I think that's like, it shows that, you put in this great amount of work to get to that, right? It's where it's for some people, it's extremely uncomfortable to be in front of a camera, or like to have a conversation with somebody that you've been listening to for 1,000 years, or like their music has like inspired you, or like their game has, like, you've been watching them on the street on NBA, like in the NBA, crushing it. You still are just able to be like, yo, what's good? Like,
So it's cool, man. I go back and forth with like how exclusive I want leader to be and how and that. I think there'll be times where there'll need to be more exclusive, tightened up things.
Yeah.
There'll be times there'll be more like wide open public community things. And I think it's figuring out the balance between the two. Because you do have to build a brand and you do have to like PR and make it look a certain kind of. Also, it's like, yo, I feel like a lot of times you can just feel so alienated from a brand, because it's so aspirational with these people that you see, that you feel like, I have to live up to be part. I have to live up to like this kind of image.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to portray that at the same time. So it's a delicate balance of like doing that. Like, yeah, I'm going to probably have some private dinners and stuff like that to like, with like some influencer homies or whatever, the people I know, the Nigers of the world,
Right.
XYZ, just to have that because it's important for the brand. But you can't also negate like the community aspect of people who support the brand and love the brand and just want to come and have a good time. So yeah. So that keeps me going. The people.
Yeah.
People who enjoy the events keep me going more so than anything else.
I mean, I love that. Like that's what I really love. For me, it's always been about community. And like, even as I'm trying to build this and have a community around this podcast, like it is tough. So like when I see it around you, when I saw it at the Sweet Chick thing, I was like, man, this is awesome. Like I love seeing like people just come around the life source.
If you missed it at Sweet Chick, you missed it. You missed the time. I'm about to pull this thing over. You see this? You missed the time. You should have been there.
You should have been there.
You shouldn't have missed it.
A lot of people, a lot of previous guests were there.
It might have been event of the summer or the kick off the summer or whatever. It was a movie. It was like 300 something people.
Yeah,
I was anxious the whole time, y'all. I was like, there was so many people here.
It was wild. I mean, that sandwich was fire. I will say that.
And really that collab with them was like maybe like a year in the making. Like I had hit them, well, because my friends Jordan and Anu, they do marketing, and John is cool too. So I know the whole Sweet Chick team. I've known Jordan and Anu probably for 8-9 years. I've known John probably for 3-4. So like it was just something like, oh, we should do something. We should do something. It was kind of like, okay, we should do something. But I feel like time and patience, timing is everything.
Yeah.
Before we would talk about, yo, let's do a brunch or let's do this or let's do that. And nothing never really stuck or felt right. It was kind of like, oh, if we did it, it'd be cool. And I think I was still working it. I feel like Leader just wasn't where I wanted to be regarding like buzz and like motion. And then finally like, yo, I designed the dominoes, and then my boys, you know, came on board. Eric, Chris, everybody, Juan came on and helped like design the fire shirts and everything. And then I was like, yo, we need somewhere to have this dominoes launch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo, I threw the idea up to Anu and Jordan, like, yo, I want to have the dominoes launch here. I think it'd be a great summertime thing. I don't like to just party just to party. So it's like, yo, it's a reason we're here. We playing dominoes and kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
So like people not, I mean, I don't advise people to get drunk, but like if you get a little lit, at least you like, it's something going on.
Yeah.
As well. And then it just kind of worked out like a perfect storm. I think if we would have did any of the other things, like it wouldn't have hit like that because it just, we didn't have the buzz. We had the buzz from the Avia shoe. We had the buzz from the extra butter thing.
Yeah.
So we had some buzz coming up to that event. And then it kind of clicked off. Oh, and they catered the Avia. I paid them to cater. So that was like our first thing together where they catered that.
Nice.
It was like, yo, let's see how this works. And now let's like move it over. And then, yo, we shut down Ludlow, bro.
You
did. Shut down Ludlow.
You did. Because, I mean, and then with the Yachty being across the street, too, it was just like perfect wild. It was like a hailstorm.
It was. I walked over there and said, what up? He was like, because I mean, we still see each other around.
Yeah.
He'd be kicking it. And I was like, yo, he was like, yo, what's cracking her? I'm like, yeah. I was like, come over. But I was like, nah, if he come over here,
yeah, it's gonna
be wild because everybody from over there is gonna rush over there. I'm like, oh yeah, he not coming over here. But I mean, I also don't blame him because it would just been a mess over there.
Imagine,
over there
but if you
street.
had him playing dominoes, bro,
it'd been crazy.
It would have been crazy.
It'd have been crazy. Yeah, it would have been crazy. But yo, in due time, bro, it was cracking. It was cranking over there though, man. It was probably a great time. So.
No, yeah, I think one thing about like your energy, I mean, Jordan talked about my energy on his episode, but your energy is always super inviting. That's what I really love about
thanks,
you.
bro.
Like,
shout out to Jordan, by the way.
Shout out to Jordan.
He's been doing my product shots, and he is definitely my forever probably product shot guy. I owe you some money, Jordan. I do owe him some money. Oh man,
he owes you some money. Slide me a little 10%.
My boy said.
But like I said, like, you know, at the leaders event, you know, that whole one thing that was really cool, and I said it to you there, was that the setup, your setup, you built the whole thing behind you, that background behind you. It was like, you're like, I'm bringing a piece of my home here. And I was like, that is fire. You're like super fire. And then you actually was hand stitching everything. And I was like, yeah, that's an experience that people will just go home and be like one day when they'll be like, yeah, do you know this shirt? Do you know this work shirt? I got this from Jamiersen. Yo.
You want to know a funny story about that wall?
Go ahead.
We shot the video for that campaign at Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there. I was like, man, I'm about to build a wall. Literally. And this is how my ideas come. Yeah. And if you ask anybody that work with me, I probably stress everybody out that like works like literally everybody ask Finn, ask Chris, ask Math, ask Tiff, ask anybody who work with me, this is exactly how it happens. I'd be like, hey, I'm about to build a wall. And everybody was just like, oh, you know how to build a wall? I was like, no. I was like, but it can't be that hard. It's just some wood. Like, so everybody was, bro, I don't think you could build a wall. I don't know. You're going to have time to build a wall. I'm like, bro, it's a wall. I can't. I was like, bro, you can look at a structural wall. It can't be that hard to build a wall. So I built the wall. I never built the wall a day before in my life.
I was gonna say YouTube video.
Oh yeah, YouTube. YouTube University is top tier. I got on YouTube and was like, yo, how I build this wall? And the dude laid it out. I was like, okay, bet. I went back to Home Depot by myself and I got all the wood, got it cut up, XYZ, got all my measurements and stuff. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but for the first time, without having, like, if I would have my own woodworking stuff to like make sure stuff is exact, it would have been great. But like, yo, I don't have that, so like.
Do what you can.
I built it in my 1-bedroom apartment. I moved everything out of my living room. I built the frame literally in the floor of my apartment.
And he was able to get that out the door?
No, I broke it back down.
Oh, okay.
So I built the frame and I saw that some of the wood was like not right, so I had to go back and get it cut again. But I built the frame, drilled it all together, and I undrilled it and took it all downstairs and took extra butter.
That is crazy.
So I'm like, bro, one thing about me, bro, I'm gonna find a way to do something. I don't like excuses. I don't like I can't. Like, I'm the type of person, like, if it come in my mind, I'm gonna do whatever I can to like figure out and make it happen. And I built the wall, and they was like, you really built that wall? I was like, bro, I wasn't playing with y'all.
Where does that come from? I was very curious about that because, like, yeah, you've talked about this before, but like, where do you get that? What inspired you to that moment?
To the wall?
No, I'm talking about like, because you are, I don't know, I hate saying this, but you are a go-getter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like, where does that inspiration come from?
My dad,
yeah,
hustler. My dad know how to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, Jack. I'm the Jamiersen of all trades. My dad's name is James. He's the James of all trades. I done seen my dad cut grass for money. My dad owned a fine menswear business in Michigan for years. I seen my dad paint. I've seen my dad sell like my dad can sell you a rock. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say right. He literally, my dad can sell you a rock. So my dad has been a hustler. He always talking about, yo, you got to make sure, Jamiersen, you got, multiple streams of income. One, you got one, but if you got a job, make sure you got something on the side where you can make some money just in case something happened. You always got something going. You got to figure out how to do X, Y, Z. Like he wasn't a person. My dad was never a person to give you money. He was like, if I give you money to make a bad hustler out of you. Because that's how his dad taught him. So same way he taught me, like, yo, if I give you money, it can make a bad hustler out of you. And if I do give you money, I'm going to ask you what you did with your money. First of all, before I give you some money and what you about to do with my money. So he always just taught me the value of money, the value of hustling and working hard. Like he used to work at the truck plant. So he would work first shift at the truck plant. So he would get up at,
what's that?
So General Motors, where they build all the Denali's and Escalades and the Suburbans, like Cadillacs and stuff like that. So he worked in the truck plant. He was on the assembly line for a while, then he moved to the gym. But like that, he would wake up, be on first shift, 4 o'clock, get off first shift, then go down to his store and run his store. And like he built that boy up to be a crazy business. He may have built a store to be $1 million business.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And he was in Ebony magazine, Jet magazine. He was going back and forth to Vegas and trade shows. I mean, like back then, I was young, so like I wanted to spend time with my dad. And me and my dad have a great relationship. Like that's my dog. Like now, but it was tension there because of like, yo, he was working so much. But now that I look back and understand what he set up and what he instilled in me due to like having that work ethic. I mean, I have it at a better level. Like I know boundaries and like how to like not overwork myself and take time off and things like that. But like that's where it came from. Him. He just relentless. And I just want to be the best. And my thing is like, if you give me a $200, is the event going? Let me not say it because they need to give me real money. I don't want somebody to really feel like they can give me whack budgets. Let me put it this way. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, and I just want to be the best. And not the best in the fact like I'm envious of other people. I just want to be the best. I want to be the best Jamiersen I can be, the best leader quality I can be. Like I just want to be the best. And that means sometimes I have to figure things out and do it on my own, regardless of what other people think or X, Y, Z. So that's just my drive, bro.
I love it. We got one last question.
Dang.
One last question before we
should have got this for 2 hours.
I know. You're gonna have to do part 2 now. But I got one more question. Deals with a visualization of when you were younger and you're about to get those cherry red 14s. Right now, remember, like your younger self is about to open that box, but now you transported back in time behind yourself. What would you tell your younger self as they open that box?
You have no idea how this shoe is about to change your life. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't have no idea that you're going to be working with Nike and Jordan and they're going to be calling you to come host stuff for Jason Tatum. You have no idea that you're going to be on NBA airtime with Alexis Morgan and Kenny Beecham interviewing Vince Carter and Sean Marion. You're going to sit down with Devin Booker, an NBA All-Star. You're going to sit with Little Guy. You're going to have a show on the Nike app. You're going to have a streetwear brand that is coveted that PJ Tucker is going to wear in the tunnel when he's with the Philadelphia 76ers. You're like, it's like you have no idea what God got in store for you and what he had already predestined for you before I even knew what it was. And even what he still got for me, even though I still don't know what's next.
It's crazy.
And I would just tell him, like, literally, you have no idea.
You got no idea.
Be faithful and do the best you can to love people and follow God and follow the Lord and follow Jesus the best you can. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to slip. It's going to be hard. It's going to be times where you doubt yourself. But, like, you got to have faith and believe that you're going to make it to what he got for me, man. And I would tell him that. And I would encourage him, like, yo, you just don't know. I'm speechless, bro. For real. I'm really just like, I still sometimes.
I mean, it's wild that I have you in this seat right
know what
now.
I'm saying?
So I'm just saying, it's crazy.
I just can't believe some of the stuff I've done.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, you've done a lot, man.
Yeah. What is it? NBA draft?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
With the Pistons.
Yeah.
My childhood favorite team of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's
you just don't know what you just don't know, man.
I just
I'm so blessed.
I mean, and I'm pretty sure you do, but do you celebrate those wins?
I think I am right now.
Okay.
I think it's been a lot in a row and a lot of things going on. And I think just right now saying this to you is making me kind of realize all the things. And I celebrate them for sure.
Yeah.
But also don't celebrate wins too long because I'm like, I get back to it. I don't try to celebrate them too soon or too long. Shout out to my boy Jero. He said that in a song, but that's real.
Shout out to Jero.
I try not to celebrate them too early or too long. But also, yeah, bro, I celebrate them like, man, that's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Crazy.
And I love seeing what you're doing, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen a lot of what you're doing, but let them know where to find you.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at Jamiersen, Jamiersen, and you can find me on Twitter. I'm kind of getting back on Twitter. I had to get off for a while. I'd be too much wild porn.
Yeah.
Porn on Twitter. I don't need to see all that. I'm good, bro.
People, hey, likes are hidden now. You good? Likes are hidden now.
I'm not trying to like it. I'm trying to filter it. I don't want to like it. Oh, wait, you mean other people's likes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. They might be cleaner now, but I'm like, I'm not, man.
I mean, you gotta
It'd
be
be
careful.
too much going on there, bro.
You gotta be careful.
But I do miss the memes and then Kari and everybody arguing every day about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta stop arguing on X as well, y'all. Y'all be arguing about stuff that y'all be arguing like y'all get.
Like y'all in the boardroom. Like we all in the boardroom right now.
Brother.
Stakeholders over here.
Brother. But yeah, my bad. I'm off on another tangent.
Nah, you good. Hey, you know where to find me. I am Who Is Haas on all social medias. Follow the podcast on My First Kicks Pod. If you are listening to this, this has been an in-studio episode. So go on to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Please. I'm trying to get that up. My First Kicks Pod. My First Kicks on YouTube and TikTok if you want to look on TikTok. My First Kicks Pod on Instagram. And if you have My First Kick story, myfirstkickspod@gmail.com. And you know what we say every week? Wear your kicks. Peace.
Yo.